Hello, hello. How is everyone? We are trying out streaming on both platforms. Will it work? Will it not? I don't probably know, but we're gonna paint, see what happens. Um, oh, I had a new blade somewhere, but that's dropped on the floor. Why am I stand on the bloody thing? Sorry, don't worry. I found it. It's always a good starting point. Always look after the blades, people. So yeah, so I thought I'd stream on both. I don't know if it's going to work, how it's going to work. The music I'm playing is copyright free. However, we'll see what Facebook, not Facebook, sorry, YouTube have to say about it. So we're going to continue off with Captain Santos. We've attached his cloak. Now needs to go red. Then we can attach this. Then we can do the highlights on that. And obviously then we've got the banner and such and such. Not only have we got to do that, we've also got to start painting part of a commission that we can't see very well. These are old dwarven models from Lord of the Rings. So there's 10 models in total for the dwarven thing, and then I've also been lucky enough to be asked to paint. I've just been filling some gaps. These are fine cast Lord of the Rings models. The Vanquisher of the Necromancer set. And they are as fragile as anything. I mean, look at this. Look at his staff. I mean, that is as like as bent as Alan Carr. So interesting. So I've just done some green stuff on there just to fill in some of the gaps. Then obviously I have to clean them up. But I'll do all that off stream. Don't worry, you're not going to see all that boring shit. So let me just drink. So yeah, a few things today. Say hello, say goodbye, whatever you need to do. But yeah, we've got the jelly bean challenge as always until they're gone. I got them for Christmas. Best way to use them up. Every time I get a follower, you can either choose then this one's like hot or not, and then this one is take your chances. That's the one with like dog food and stuff. What? That's not appealing to me at all. But yeah, right, let me get the right page up. And then we can. Cool. I was a bit worried about those dwarven models because when they actually arrived with a thick gloss coat. A little bit like an eBay rescue they were. Already painted. But he obviously wants them painted properly rather than what was on there. By one of my favourite reds. Like one of my favourite dark reds, should I say. Because of the so the idea is I want it to be quite a bright red, but I want it to be quite contrasting from the darks. So, do its thing. So this is the king of the dwarves. Can't see him very well because obviously it's black on black. But yeah, so I've never actually painted with sorry, I've never streamed using Restream. So genuinely, I don't know how it works, if it works, what the volumes are like, everything. I mean, I'm hoping it's just the same settings as OBS for my Twitch stream, and then we've got so I'm going to be streaming a lot more. I've got video ideas coming for YouTube because it's been a while since I put a video on there. So I want to start doing some more videos. Obviously, if you have ideas, let me know, because we will definitely I think we kind of want to end up with a green yellow, a dark green yellow for these. So this bloody top looks awful on my boobs, man. Anyway, regardless. So let's off with a Cayman green. Let me. I'm not sure if I like the font and the style of. Let me just put these over here. This is just the base layer, obviously. Yeah, so these come to me fully painted. So that's why you might see the odd bit of colour coming through. Yeah, so the client needs all these models. She's got a tournament at the end of the month. What will easy get them down, that's not an issue. Let's see. I mean, that's probably a bit too much, but you get the picture. Yeah, I thought I'd like use Restring because some people just don't use TikTok or Twitch. So by doing this, hopefully. Get sort of more people into the stream. Let's head there. Let's head there. I feel like that be here or would that be? These guys have got like mad beards, but then no more than what you expect from dwarves, really. Yeah, so these are really old little models. I say really old, that makes me old. If the base engine you go by is 2005, so the base is 21 years old. If the you have to go by anything. Yes, I'm not sure how like subs and stuff like that, if I'll get notified on here if anyone joins on YouTube. But we will see. Let's do that. Yeah, I've just been told that the Death Guard models are on the way. So that's the next project. That have been sent to me. So I'm looking forward to painting them. The models I've always sort of wondered, oh actually, you know, I really want to paint Death Guard. So I'm looking forward to painting them. I always enjoy this sort of part of the painting process because this is where you actually see what the model is going to look like. Obviously, you got all the details at the end. But you haven't got to be like overly clean, you know. It's sort of... Yes, we did discuss about stripping them all. But because they were all covered in that horrible, I mean, it's thick gloss, like really thick gloss. We decided it might cause more trouble. And also time restraints. I have to have these fully painted and in the post. He needs them for the 31st, so we won't put too much faith in the postal service. So maybe the 27th. At the latest, ideally. What's that, 14th today, so. So I need to get them painted in, pictures sent over, make sure they're happy. Any change that needs to be made. Yeah, and then after Death Guard, got 30 Space Marines, I think, coming. By the time I do this, we should be able to do the second coat on the Space Marines bloke. It's like very sort of background chill music, this, isn't it? Like over on YouTube, because the blogs aren't saved, you can kind of get away listening to whatever music you want. I know you can set it so you can record the talking but not music on the vlogs, if that makes sense. But with YouTube, you kind of got just saves it, doesn't it, automatically? So. Just ran out of paint just as we got to the last bit. Obviously we've got to do a second coat, but so yeah, so yeah, this is Nocturnal Red by Vallejo. It's really good. Another one actually that is bloody fantastic as well. And it's slightly dark, very slightly darker, is Dark Elf Blood Red from TT Combat. And this is an absolutely gorgeous paint. Only reason why I don't have the full range of TT Combat paint is every single one I found, like their white, is so buttery, it's creamy, it's wonderful. It's because of the little nozzle where the paint comes out blocks all the time, so I have to have little metal pins in there just when I'm using them. Because if not, it's constantly clogging up, and that just crazes me. I'm really looking forward to this year's sort of events and competitions, and I'm going to 5 or 6 this year, so I'm really looking forward to. Because this hobby is very like singular, it's very you know, you do it yourself all the time sort of thing. So it's really nice to be able to meet up with everyone, say hello to everyone. So I'm really looking forward to that this year. Going to the UK Game Expo this year as well. What I'm looking forward to. It's a 3-day event, so I'm not sure what there is to do there for 3 days. Sure I'll meet up with friends and stuff, but yeah, I need to find out if there's not this an issue. I'm hired out an apartment. And the fact there's a painting competition draws me in. Because I do painting is more my thing, but then I suppose that's just because a lot of my friends really aren't into this sort of stuff. They're very much like, what is this? Why? What? And quite frankly, that's fine by me. You know, we don't need to. You know, I'm a big sort of video gamer as well, so some friends I'm gaming with, other friends I can share this sort of hobby with. And that is fine by me. I'm quite lucky at the moment, you know, I can do this all time. What? It's ridiculously privileged, in my opinion. You know, and it's I mean, obviously, you know, it's down to the wonderful customers and the repeat customers I've had as well. Was, you know, that to me is the biggest compliment. I think because I'm very honest and say, look, you know, give me the opportunity, let me paint something, I'll prove. And they go, okay, yeah, yeah. Happy to do that, and then once I paint the miniatures, minis, they come back for more. What is, you know. Anywhere else needs either red or green. I'm painting this bit. I mean, you're not going to be able to actually see it once it's painted. But, I know it's there, so that's good enough for me. Too close. Music's very chill. Very, very chill. I think we just need to go closer to the edge with noticed that was a little bit thinner, a bit thicker, sorry. Go a little bit thicker near the line on this side. Christmas. I know what you're thinking. Bloody awful. Getting that balance. Needs to be close, but not too close. Yeah, what is everyone else working on? I feel like January is when people go, oh, actually, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Be it start a new army, or I got myself the big old the Cafe Dragon. I think what she's called, you know, the two models. That's my my big project of the year. Well, one of them. Let's see, look. It's one of the good things about bloody moving down. Having the camera, because I can actually see him with the lights on. He's looking alright. Alright. So we need to work out roughly where the backpack is going to be. I mean, we practically do most highlights by the looks of it. What colour are we going to go for? I think we do a 50-50. Nocturnal red, Mephiston as our starting point. Not too much on the brush. This is currently 4 parts, nocturnal to 1 part. Mephiston red. It's only going to vary. Nightmare. Okay, so that should be a bit easier to keep it in focus. Let's see what else. Other non-copyright music we can find. Much more of a like soft rock, I suppose. It's probably. I don't mind though. I have to be in the right mood, and pain is definitely not the right mood for like Slipknot or something like that. For me, anyway. I hope I need a pitch. And like the only way you can eat like a chicken and mushroom pot noodles if you put half a gallon of soy sauce in. I bloody run out of soy sauce, so I was like, oh. I was not happy. Why is that not in focus? Hey, 3175. Thank you for the follow. Are you there? Are you there? If you're there, you get to choose which bean challenge. Jelly bean challenge. I'm not sure either of them are going to be nice. But... I reckon going to that thing up and stuff. I don't know. It's because I'm trying to do this restream. It's sort of working out. I didn't get a notification. That's a lie, I got an email. And that's not a great way of doing it. Yeah, so make sure you say hello and then you can choose the bean challenge. We've got hot or not, or take your pick or something. Take your chances. I mean, I don't really know if any of them are going to be great, if I'm being honest with you, but you want to see a full-grown man potentially throw up, I mean, this is the place to be. No, it can't be that bad, surely. Surely. I mean, who the hell is he talking about? I see just here, for some reason it's not in focus, is it? Or maybe it is, you just proved me wrong now. Or is it because I got my big head in the way? That's probably what it is. About you. Much favour of him because we've got a lot to do. There's every chance that I'm going to have to yeah, I think that's probably where we're going to be leaving him for. I don't really want to go much further. I think final highlights is probably where we're heading with that. Why is that not in focus? He's Get that back in focus, please. Thank you very much. Leave him to do his thing. Right, so should we do some? Start doing some skin. I mean, they've got masks on, so they're not too much of an issue. He's got skin. Got another. Sorry, you can't see. Let me. He's got skin. So yeah, okay, right. Let's do some skin. Love his colour. However, it's a little bit like reminds me of like liver pate. That colour. There's any way I can describe when you first sort of make it. Before it's cooked, it's quite a pink colour. Yeah, it's a nice colour to start. The basic human. I'm not sure if this guy's got hair or not. I'm going to assume not. I mean, he looks bald. You want need a bright colour so you can see what I'm doing, really. When I'm doing the space green, obviously it needs to be dark. Let me let's open my trusted green one. See if that makes it a little bit easier for you to see. Probably not. Go on, focus. So focusing on the cutting board, but not on the bloody metal. Black is better. Black is definitely better. Right, this guy is just pretty much all helmet. I know a lot of people don't necessarily do this, however I feel. So you get that little bit of pink coming through once the gold's on. At the moment it looks weird as hell. But once the gold's on for the helmet, just have a little bit of pink showing through. What I reckon you would. Wouldn't just be black dot, surely. I'm not going to worry too much about eyes for these four because well, quite frankly, there's just not much space at all. But yeah, I don't know if alerts are working, so make sure you say hi and stuff. On a crooked axe, it's just madness. That's a much better angle. Just gotta sit now and wait for it to do its thing. Can you hear me properly? Okay. And then what about on here? 3175. Thank you for the follow. 5. Thank you for the follow. 5. Thank you for the follow. Oh, that was bad, wasn't it? Yes. It's quite a delay from Twitch to YouTube. Crazy. I can't believe how much of a delay there is. One hour already. It's gone quick, isn't it? Can't believe how quick that's gone. What about these two models? So these are banner bearers. And these were the worst ones when it comes to coated in gloss. Not quite sure how I'm going to paint that side of his face. I mean, you're not going to see it, but hey, hello, how are you? Having a good day, Donny? Oh, nice. I really like the River Bones. I haven't actually painted any, but they look really good. Fiddly, but really good. Whereabouts are you based? Are you in the UK as well? Oh, Orlando. Very nice. I kind of should have got that when you said good morning, because it's kind of afternoon here, so I should have put two and two together, really. So I need to do... I don't know what colour this one is. Solid and single parts, so it's been easy. Oh, nice, okay. The Dungeon Denzins. Let me Google. Let me Google. Dungeons miniature. Is that an old kit? Is that the... Surely. Dungeons miniature game. Warhammer? Is that right? With like big old bats and stuff? Or am I completely looking at the wrong thing? Warhammer starter set. Dungeons, Chris box. There's none at the moment. The next show is in April, and that's Salute. That's like one of the biggest ones we got. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen a couple of different box sets. An owlbear, which just seems to be like quite a popular animal, doesn't it? Yeah, no, show wise, there's one in April, one in May. We got like 5 or 6 I'm going to this year. So I find that's sort of my way of meeting up with everyone I meet online and everything. All my friends and stuff, I might not necessarily see them because they all live all across the UK. At least where when we go to conventions and stuff, we can hang out, go out for dinner, have a laugh, have a chat, see each other's work in person rather than on the old famous Instagram. Will you be going to Golden Demon? Or Adepticon, shall I say? Not necessarily Golden Demon, but... Let me put it back in the screen. My favourite, the one we have in this country, is the Fed Model Show. It's a painting competition, but it's more about the community. Like 30 of us all go out for a meal that's set up by the actual event. So that's a really nice way of meeting new people. I all over fly, small cons, libraries, stuff like that. Oh, nice. Yeah, it is expensive to do these conventions. Like there's one in Birmingham. It's like, so Salute is like war games, and then we got the UK Games Expo, what's like loads of different games, and genres. And then they've only recently started doing a painting competition there. So I'm going there this year for the first time, but I've got to pay for a hotel to go there. I've got to pay. So all of a sudden, it soon adds up. Just to go 5 hours down the road. I think yeah, I just really like them. They're like my little luxuries of each year. And we're quite lucky. We've got one that's started 2 years ago, and about 20 minutes down the road from me. No, probably half an hour down the road from me. So that's the one I really like going to because it's so close. I want it to continue because I haven't got to worry about hotels. I haven't got to worry about anything annoying like that. Yeah, a lot of the conventions here, they used to be 1 day events, but they're all changing to 2 day events. And within reason, I don't mind travelling. You know, a little distance to go to an event for the day. But now, you'll go on the first day, drop your models off for the painting competition, then they judge overnight. You have to go back the next day, so you can't just do 1 day if you want to enter the competition. And that's my main reason. I do play the game, but not as much as I paint, that's for sure. Yeah, so we have a local gaming group. Meets every Friday. And that's where I went there and I was like, I've never played Warhammer before. Can you show me how to play it? What's it like? And they were really good. They sort of brought in like an army for me to try. Had a couple of games there. They play all sorts of games like Blood Bowl, Mordheim, Trench Crusade, Bolt Action, and there's something else I can't think. They're just like loads of different things. So, and that's on a Friday. So I try and get there if I can because even if you're not interested in the game, like bolt action, for example, I'm not necessarily interested in the Americans going against the English or the English going against the Germans or whatever, you know. But the actual game itself, to actually go there and watch how it plays, is really interesting for me, because I love to see how the game mechanics work. So my army is Blood Angels. What I'm slowly trying to build. However, since I've done that, I've realised Space Marines a little bit on the game. I like the idea of like Death Guard or something, because they're better in every way. Actually, most Chaos is better in every way when it comes to the game. What is kind of annoying a little bit. We need to. How do I? Oh, that's what I wanted. Stream manager. Yeah, so there's a gaming one every Friday, and I think there's also one a painting group that meet up once a month. That's about an hour's drive from me. I haven't managed to get there yet, but I really like to get there because there's quite a few award-winning painters that go there. So to learn from them would be pretty wonderful. I know. Oh, why is that going out of focus all the time? Crazy. We had no issues yesterday or the day before yesterday. Today, issues. How long have you been in the hobby? Briefly as 2 years ago, but I really came back to it when I first Oh, nice, yeah. 6 years. I think I've been doing it for... Nice. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting into doing something like showing kids about painting models and stuff. I like the idea of that. Well, not necessarily just kids, but just beginners, you know. I think as well, like when you first get into it, because obviously it's not the cheapest of hobbies, that's for sure. You get into it and you're so worried about messing things up, and everything has to look in a certain way, and actually that's not the case. Especially when you first start. Right, just get paint on there and actually have fun. And you just do the beginners courses or events at the local hobby shop. Is that right? So do you work for the hobby shop, or do you just do that as like a nice thing to help the community? Get the pressure off. I hear from a lot of folks who dive headfirst buying things up before they actually start. Then think, yeah, that's it. That is the big thing about it. It's crazy. I think as well, also, when you first start, you don't necessarily know what you want to paint. Like I bought Calibite Warriors. And they're an absolute nightmare to paint as a beginner because of how, like, just everything is just a bloody nightmare. Spend like the whole time getting spiked, and they're fiddly old things. Yeah, I think I've only been painting for. I've only been in the hobby 4 years. I remember seeing it as a kid, and there was no way. There was no way we could afford that when I was a kid. That's for sure. And then COVID hit. What's this hobby shops, libraries, and local pop culture events like Comic Cons? Half the class I do with local charity. Oh, there's a local charity, nice. So you do your commission painting and the group as like as one thing, and then obviously you do the charity side of thing as a little extra. Could be brown. But I lights on it. Whether it's dark in here. What model do you give the people when they're starting out? Is it your Space Marines, or is it actually like a different model? Yeah, as far as I'm aware, I don't think we have any sort of groups for kids wanting to get into Warhammer, as far as I'm aware. Usually bring a few options, but in the class we usually do too many. It's one with speed paints and the other one with regular acrylics. Use the Warmaster scale figures doubled in size and 3D print. Oh, okay, yeah, and they have. Yeah, doing 3D printing is a good way of doing it as well. I have speed paint. Well, I have contrast paints. Was pretty much the same thing, just different company. But I use them more as like I don't use them how they're intended. I use them more as a glaze rather than a. Like on top of colours, just to add a bit of saturation or whatever. For the Edgar acrylics, I use little guys called peanut cats. It gives you a chance to help practice good paint. Oh, nice, yeah. What a great name, peanut cats. That just sounds wonderful. Oh, I like them actually. They're pretty cool. It's got like one that looks a little bit like an Ewok. I like him. One with his little shorts on, his glasses on. Yeah, I'm just looking on their on one of the websites. Actually, they are really good for kids as well. I mean, I'm a big kid, so. I like the fact that they haven't actually put the face on. Obviously, you got the eyes and the nose, but you could add a smile to it. You could add like a bit of feature to it as well, to make it a bit more of a add a bit of personality to them. I see there's a different one as well with like surfboard and stuff. And a snorkel. Oh, I love the one with the little rubber ring and the ice cream. I really like him. That's really good. Or her, depending on how you paint. That weird crab thing is a bit creepy. Let's have a look. 38mm, £17. That's not bad for 5 models, 6 models. And the weird creepy dog thing with a crab on his head, I think. These are women and families, so having a figure appeals to everyone. It's huge, a little wisdom, just. Yeah. No, it is. That's really good. And they are really cool. They're just really fun little miniatures. Well, I love stuff like that. I recently got off a 3D printing company. It is a gremlin. I'm probably showing my age a bit more. Like Gizmo. But he's in the design of Predator. He is so adorable. I can't wait to paint him up. Let me show you because I think you'll appreciate him. It's how do I put this on? Right. 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Right, back, see? 2 seconds. Look how cute he is. I haven't tidied up all the little strands, but this is so cute. I don't know how I'm going to paint him or however I'm going to do him, but yeah. So the company My Mini Factory was really nice, and they gave this one to me to paint up. It's just, I just love it. I just, you know, just something about him just makes me smile. So I want to do a nice job for him. Yeah, it's just so good. Need to change the. When are we doing this one? Let's do... Make them a little bit brighter. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, not only does it look like it's fun to paint, but because Gizmo was when I was growing up, the old Gremlins and stuff like that, it has that sort of nostalgia hit as well. What I think why I really appreciate it. Yeah. I feel because it's Gizmo though, you've only got one way of painting them up, and that is Gizmo colours, you know, your browns and your whites. I have abysmal home internet, so it might be a problem on my side, but the stream has gone quite choppy. Huh. Is it still choppy, or is it okay now? I mean, it's showing that it's all... It's not showing me there's any, like, issues with it, but... yeah, there's definitely a delay in what... It might be because I'm using this streaming service, this restream thing. Because it feels like there's a delay. If it's an issue, I just won't. Okay. Yeah, it might be this restream service I'm using. I've never used it before. I've never had a problem on just streaming straight to Twitch. So it might be that it's just not going to work for me to restream. Okay, I'll keep an eye on it. If it messes up, we might just have to not use that service. Because what this service does, my OBS then goes onto a website and then it's streamed onto Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So there's quite a big delay in what I'm saying and what is being, what you can hear, if that makes sense. So yeah. I apologise. I will obviously, if it continues, I'll have to say not use the service, but yeah. Check it. Live in the woods. That must be quite peaceful. I know, obviously, like you say, like internet and stuff like that might not be as good as cities, but that must be really nice living in the woods, surrounded by nature and. Manages a state. Wow. So you actually live on the state park? Because some of them look really, really beautiful places. I say that most of the time when you watch state park on like a film and stuff, they look lovely, and then there's a murder or someone goes missing, there's a killer bear, or something crazy is happening in the state park. So they look lovely, you know. Oh, nice. Natural spring. No, that's really cool, that is. So what do you do for a living, or do you do your streaming as... not streaming, sorry, your painting? Oh, okay. So between careers. So what is your normal career then? If you don't mind me asking. I mean, the good thing is, though, at least you're actually getting out and trying to do something with your time. You're not just sitting at home with the Xbox or PS5 and just playing games and forgetting about everything else. Do you know what I mean? Oh, wow. Okay. I think teaching seems to be quite a challenging career to go in anywhere, I think. Oh, okay. So, drafting and drawing for builders. So you work alongside an architect, isn't it? That's right. Or am I? Because the architect does like the fancy drawings and you do more where the lights and stuff are. Is that right? Like the more detailed. Or am I just making that up and looking stupid? Not a middleman between architect and engineer. Take concepts and make them into a model. Engineers can test and nitpick. Oh wow, okay. So you actually make them into a 3D model? Or do you... is it all sort of computer based? Now, I suppose it's more computer based nowadays, is it? Everything seems more computer based. Look. I want to go a little bit further. So weird. See myself 57 seconds after me. What I'm doing. So 3D computer model, they could do VR walkthroughs. Oh, okay, nice, yeah, yeah. But it's a pretty cool job though, because you're sort of bringing someone's idea to life. Especially if you can do it so you can walk through it and stuff like that. That's pretty Why is this needs to catch up now? Oh, I see it glitching. It's restream. It's not. Um. Yeah, it's not. My internet OBS. It's actually restream that's causing the issue. Okay, well, decent job, but left the last one because it was remote only and the home internet. Yeah, that's the only issue about living where you live, isn't it? The internet. So many things now are internet reliant. Even like TV and stuff is just. Yeah, I don't think I use this restream again. It's annoying me. There's such a huge delay. When I look up and see what is on the screen, I'm still painting the last bit, if that makes sense. But we have to try these things, see what they're like. Now it's completely froze.